Hello and welcome back to the channel and our September 2022 aquarium update. We'll take a quick look and see how all the fish are doing and then take a trip back in time and space to the 80s and 90s when the aquarium industry was at its peak. Thank you for watching and let's see what's going on in the 210-gallon Leporinus headstander tank. Well, the fish room is doing good here. Start out here with the 210-gallon anastomid tank. And we got Pseudonos winterbotomy, Pseudonos veri. Something about like the Leporinus and headstanders. They get a bad rap, man. Really and truly, this is such a peaceful tank. And it's sad, but if you put them in with like guppies, angelfish, discus, stuff like that, they will nip at them and bite them and cause all sorts of mayhem. But if you keep them together, and not with tetras, angelfish, and stuff like that, they do pretty good. Eating on the Sarah Onip tabs, very popular. And then there's this guy with one in his mouth. The good life. It's that time of the year where we can see plants out the man cave window here. You can see this year we have pumpkins stretching across the entire side of our house, and there's their little tendrils and stuff. Alright, enough of that. Let's go check out the 65-gallon. Our 65-gallon is doing very good. Francis, our kissing gourmet, says hello. He's talking to you. Maybe he wants to kiss you. I can't get enough of your love, baby. Anyway, I really like these albino tiger barbs. They're looking cool. And yeah, up here, our money wort is really growing. It's casting a shadow. It's like a thunderstorm. It's like a rain shower down there casting a shadow. Striped barbs are looking good. Porthole catfish. These guys, and if you want a catfish that's active during the daytime, porthole catfish. Yeah. Columbia blue flame tetras. Ulius barbs. Getting kind of big. Get in there. It's down there somewhere.
It's down there somewhere. Let me take another look. Oh.
And then, of course, we got the discus tank next to the kid art. You know, discus are doing pretty good. Just kind of sit and watch this tank here. You know, you got your discus, your tetras, cardinal tetras, rummy nose tetras in there. It's a fun tank. You know, everyone has room. Look at those cardinals. Prettier than the discus sometimes. Anyway, I'm thinking of getting some new wood in here at some point. I also have these flag cichlids, festivums. One of the things that I love about aquariums is the ability to mimic nature and excite the mind in the mostly urban landscape in which I reside. Aquariums remind me of the swamp that my wife and I paddle through each summer in northern Wisconsin. With back to school and fall right around the corner, I found myself thinking back to our paddle this summer and remembered a nice talk we had about past aquariums and how I got into the hobby back into the 80's. Let's head out to Lake Buckataubin, Wisconsin as my wife and I wander through the swamp. Look at all the red plants in this lake. It's like looking down into a big aquarium. Love it out here. Totally has that feel of a backyard pond or aquarium.
What was the first fish store you went to?
I would ride my bike to, I think it was called the Fresh and Saltwater Aquarium Store at the Brownport Shopping Center in Milwaukee. My dad put up a tall, maybe 29-gallon high aquarium with bright blue gravel in the living room. I bought my first aquarium, a 10-gallon, from that tiny little place.
Didn't you have a few jobs working in fish stores?
I did. My dad noticed how much I liked my fish tank, and a guy he played hockey with worked for, might have been the owner, of a wholesale fish store. Horizon Imports, I believe, was the name. I actually recently caught up with my dad, James Collis, and had a chat with him about this. This is my dad, James Collis. He plays hockey. And he was into fish tanks and got me into fish tanks. Who was the guy from hockey who got me that job at the fish factory or whatever?
Oh, Uva. Yeah, he was a wonderful guy. And I hope he's still alive as we speak. I haven't seen him in years. Uva was a great guy. He loved the Three Stooges.
Shut that door!
I thought, what, Uva, you're a fish man and you love the Three Stooges. But he also has a passion for fish.
Yeah,
He had all those tanks, and you and I would go down there, and you could just see you looking at this stuff like, holy cow.
Yeah. I mean, that was
special for you. Yep. Yeah, and he was very nice too. He knew. You could tell. You can tell when a person's all of a sudden interested in this, and really it's more than just, hey, yeah, this is kind of cool. It's like you were looking; those eyes were open.
Yeah. No, it was fun working for him. Yeah, I remember some of my jobs were to catch fish for orders, net out any dead fish, and report any loss, stuff like that. I got my next 37-gallon aquarium set up free from Uva at the end of that summer. Ladies and gentlemen, my mom, Lynn Collis.
Do you remember that other one?
Oh yeah, like the animal place where I worked and stuff?
Yeah.
Is that where you worked? Yeah, that is where you
Because it
worked.
wasn't just fish.
That's right.
Yeah, they had other stuff there too, yeah. Yeah, I started cleaning tanks and selling fish with them in 1992 and was able to switch over their wholesale fish supplier to Horizon Imports. I got free fish and supplies.
Get busy, come on!
And then you used to come down to my office.
That's right.
Oh, I would clean your tank at the office, yeah.
Therese still says that.
And here's the aquarium.
The tank was in the main office, and then he had a long hose that went all the way out into the kitchen part.
Your big Placostopus is in there. Where is he?
And he had that hooked up. I was hoping I wasn't going to have any clients coming in.
It was right next to the coffee maker, wasn't it?
I
Yeah.
don't know if Kevin can get him through the glass.
No, I still remember when he was a couple inches.
I'd be working and I'd hear some noise. I'd say, Therese, what is he doing in there? Don't worry about it. Just cleaning the tank.
Check out the beautiful wild irises.
Weren't you guys on the news, and didn't your fish tank end up in that news story?
We were on the news. It was a segment about kids watching too much TV. My mom, brother Matt, and I were all in it, as was the fish tank. Let's check it out now.
When I play Sega or watch TV, it can sometimes affect other people's lives around me.
To be fair, I'd say whatever you wanted me to say at the time to get my fish tanks on TV.
They really were getting ugly about it, and that's when I knew that, we had to do something about it.
What the Collises did was limit the amount of time their boys could spend in front of the tube. Matthew now has more time for friends and games, and his brother Kevin has taken up a new hobby.
You got the black shark. He gets to be 2 feet, and I got him when he was a couple inches.
Too much television and too many electronic games just, take away their creative abilities, and so we had to make some changes.
I'm not making that up. That really happened. It was about this time that I got my first 55-gallon aquarium and started keeping cichlids. Yeah, that first Jack Dempsey, that was a fish to remember.
Whoa, look at those fish. Check it out. Don't hit me, Pat. Don't hit that. See you later.
When I met you, you had 2 aquariums in the basement. What was in those tanks?
I know in one tank I had one of my favorite fishes, convict cichlids.
We got some babies. Little itty bitty babies. The proud parents, Freddie and Trinity. And they are literally just crawling all over the place down here.
At some point, my dad gave me his 55-gallon office aquarium, and I kept a pair of Jack Dempsey's and a zebra tilapia, and a random catfish, as I recall. I picked up all these from Best Fish in Milwaukee. They taught me how to use canister filters around this time.
We'll get a little view of you. Right, Sebastian? You gotta clean your tank out. Oh, that was a big yawn. Got lots of algae in here. I took a new light for.
It's like a big fish tank down there. Those could be crypts. When we lived in Seattle, I remember we had a rope fish. And we went to the fish store on Roosevelt in Seattle. A nice place. I think it's now Lake City Way. Well, thank you for coming along on this paddle through space and time here in the swamp of Lake Buckatabbin, Wisconsin. We'll catch you next time.